Greetings, land of the brave and beyond, and a very warm welcome to today's Cabinet Committee briefing session on this lovely Wednesday morning, the 22nd of November, 2023. We are coming to you live and direct from the Government Information Center studios in the heart of the nation's capital, Windhoek. Now, Namibia, if you are tuning in for the first time, you are watching the Cabinet Committee briefing session, a national platform that is initiated by the government of the Republic of Namibia, emanating from the government communication strategy that was rolled out earlier in October by the Ministry of ICT. Now, the platform is initiated to serve as conduit for transmitting information on government projects, programs, policy formulation and advancement within the respective OMAs, that being offices, ministries, and agencies. And of course, the aim is to improve information dissemination across all branches of government. For this morning's edition, I am your host, Hileni Felipe Samunyela, but I'm joined by the Executive Director of the Ministry of ICT, Dr. Adrian Mate, and I am delighted to introduce to you our Deputy Minister of ICT, Honorable Emma Theophilis, to present to the Namibian nation our ministerial update. Honorable Minister, once again, good morning. You may go ahead.
Thank you so much, Hileni, and a very good morning to all Namibians and beyond. Always a pleasure to be here at the Government Information Center. Well, viewers, on the 25th of September 2023, the Honorable Minister, Dr. Pea Moshalenga, stood at this very same podium to provide the nation with an update on the activities and policies that the Ministry of Information and Communication Technology has been carrying out for the last few months. This platform is in line with the government communication strategy, which allows for members of the cabinet to proactively communicate information to the public on key decisions and plans made in respect of their ministerial projects and the implementation thereof. I'm particularly happy to note that members of cabinet have responded positively, and on a weekly basis, they have updated the nation at this Government Information Center on the progress the government is making to deliver the basic needs to all the people of Namibia. The government will continue to be open and transparent in an effort to keep the citizenry abreast of developments taking place in their respective areas. Herein follows the brief update of key projects undertaken by the Ministry of Information Communications Technology. First, we start with capital projects. As part of decentralizing the ministry's functions to the regions, the Ministry of ICT commenced with the construction of the Hardap Regional Office in Marienthal. Funds have also been allocated to the Namibia Broadcasting Corporation, NBC, for broadcasting networks and studio upgrade purposes, in an effort to attain 95% digital television broadcasting network to all Namibian households. As per the Harambee Prosperity 2 Plan 2, there is a need to invest and set up broadcasting networks to ensure that the masses receive the much-needed information through various NBC platforms. Second, the ICT development pillar. The ministry hosted the 7th National ICT Summit from the 9th to the 11th of October 2023 under the theme, Rethinking Cybersecurity Investment to Secure the Digital Economy and Its Opportunities. The summit, which convened over 1,000 local and international delegates, served as a platform for dialogue, knowledge exchange, and collaboration. Moreover, this platform brought together industry leaders, policymakers, experts, and innovators to explore cybersecurity challenges and opportunities, share insights, chart a course towards a secure and prosperous digital future for Namibia. Additionally, the Ministry of ICT continues to conduct cybersecurity awareness sessions for various target groups in line with the National Cybersecurity Strategy and Awareness-Raising Plan. I thus encourage the public to take part in this free cybersecurity training sessions every Friday between 11 a.m. and 12 p.m., and the links are shared on all our MICT social media platforms every single week. Next, we speak about the Nationhood National Pride Program and other campaigns conducted under the ministry. The Ministry of ICT has concluded a partnership with the Ministry of Sports, Youth and National Services through the Namibia Sports Commission to sponsor national colors for all our teams representing the country. The sponsored attire will bear the, and I quote, "My Namibia, my country, my pride" logo, and this endeavor is part of our commitment to use sport as one tool to deepen national pride and foster unity. And I'm sure the previous activities this past few weeks have been an indication that sports unites all of us as Namibians. Second, the gender-based violence campaign concept. The campaign concept note to address gender-based violence was developed and presented to the Ministry of Gender Equality, Poverty Eradication, and Social Welfare, and other various stakeholders during the GBV and Human Rights Cluster meeting held at NIPAM on the 10th of November 2023. The campaign aims to empower men and boys to actively discourage toxic masculinity and address pressing issues of gender-based violence. Next, Namibia Film Promotion. The Namibia Film Commission hosted the Film Week from the 25th to the 29th of September 2023 in Windhoek, geared towards supporting and celebrating Namibian creatives by increasing screen culture in the country, connecting filmmakers to their audiences, raising awareness, and creating access to local films, increasing investor interest in film funding, and instilling nationhood and national pride while building a community of film lovers amongst others. The Film Week, which was attended by over 300 people, featured a diverse array of films, including shorts, features, and documentaries, all proudly produced by Namibians. The Film Week aspires to transform people's perspectives through the power of film, ultimately cultivating a nation of film enthusiasts. Popular films such as Jiparanjara and Under the Hanging Tree were featured, which received positive feedback from the audience following their screening. This year's Film Week introduced an exciting addition to its programs in the form of masterclasses. One such masterclass featured Marcus Bench, a renowned European locations manager, and another featured Gurley Jazama, the producer of The White Line. These educational sessions added a valuable dimension to the event, offering insights and expertise from industry professionals. The next pillar around improved communication. The Access to Information Act regulations are finalized and submitted to the Office of the Attorney General for certification before tabling in Parliament for discussion and approval. Once the regulations are approved by Parliament, it will mark the commencement of the Act and subsequently the establishment of the Information Commission's Office. Under the Communicating for Effective Government Communication Strategy 2022 to 2027, as approved by Cabinet in October 2022, Section 12, where cluster-based communication is reflected, the Ministerial Cabinet Committee briefings commenced at the Ministry of ICT's Government Information Center as of September 2023. So far, 9 ministries have addressed the public and the media on the implementation of their programs, namely the Ministry of ICT, Justice, Fisheries and Marine Resources, Home Affairs, Immigration, Safety and Security, Youth, Sports and National Service, Defense and Veterans Affairs, Education, Arts and Culture, Labor, Industrialization and Employment Creation, and the Presidency under Gender Equality. Once again, I would like to thank my fellow cabinet ministers for presenting their ministerial projects and programs. Furthermore, I would like to encourage you, the viewers, to tune into these sessions and the other offices, ministries, and agencies to participate and make this endeavor a success. Under publications, pursuant to the implementation of the 2022-2027 Government Communication Strategy, the Ministry of ICT has revamped its flagship publication, the Namibia Review magazine. In efforts to enhance information dissemination about government development programs on a monthly basis, The magazine reviews government policies, laws, and developmental programs and projects. Based on the postulate of information being a public good, the ministry has done away with selling the Namibia Review magazine to ensure that it's accessible even to those without the necessary purchasing power. A request to waive the magazine's price tag was successfully granted by Treasury during the second quarter of this year. Thus, free distribution of this magazine is expected to commence at the end of this month. The ministry remains committed to promoting access to information as per the Access to Information Law through all possible channels of communication, including publications. Our twin objective with publications, besides disseminating information, is to provide literature on government activities, to inform academia, and have a repository of information in black and white that researchers and scholars alike can refer to. Last but not least, decentralization efforts. The ministry has delegated two functions, namely audiovisual and print production. The Ministerial Decentralization Committee held a 4-day workshop from the 2nd to the 6th of October 2023 in Ochivarongo. The aim was to review the outdated MICT delegated functions, functional framework, and craft a new sector-specific service delivery standards. This is due to the fast advancement in technology, and new sub-functions were added to the already existing delegated audiovisual and print functions. The two documents have been crafted, reviewed, updated, and finalized. Next, they will be presented to the regional councils for execution, thus preparing for the devolution phase, where a readiness assessment will be conducted at the beginning of the year 2025. Hileni, this concludes my Cabinet Committee briefing on the Ministry of ICT.
Thank you so much, DM. DM, we would like to appreciate you availing your time from your busy schedule to come and update the Namibian nation. At times, the nation might be asking what exactly is the ministry doing, but at the background, the ministry indeed is busy, and you've just heard from the update of the Deputy Minister. Now, before I continue to the next segment, I would perhaps just want to accord this opportunity to the Executive Director of the Ministry of ICT, Edie, good morning. I just want the nation to know that you are here, as I've introduced you earlier, but I didn't give you a chance to say something. Maybe if Edie would want to say something, this is your chance as well.
Thank you very much. As the DM has covered, I'm just here to support her. I can only make a point that with regards to the sponsorship or with the Minister of Sport, it's worth about $1 million over a period of 12 months. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. That is duly noted. Now, this segment that we are in right now is reserved for the media. If we have any journalists in the House that perhaps would like to pose any questions or engage the Deputy Minister directly, this is your chance. You may walk up to the podium and pose your questions, briefly introduce yourself and the media house you represent.
I'm July Nafuka from NBC. I just have one question. How much was given to the NBC for the broadcasting network?
I'll give over that to you, Edie.
All right. Thank you, Julia. Edie, you can take over.
I don't have the exact figure immediately, but the total budget that we have provided for the NBC for the current financial year is about $313 million.
All right. Julia, are you satisfied with the response? Okay. Do we have any more questions from the media, perhaps? Okay. If we have no, or in absence of more questions or any more questions from the media, Deputy Minister, I would like to accord you to this opportunity, and just maybe you have something else to say apart from the update you've made. because it looks like there are no more questions from the media.
Thank you so much, Helene. I hope the absence of questions indicates that as a ministry, we have been quite proactive in giving information. And that means, I think it's a good indication that we've been transparent, proactive, and effectively implementing our government communication strategy. But just to add, for some of the briefing points that I've made earlier, that the ministry has really a strong strategic plan that we have crafted to guide our activities in terms of information dissemination, training sessions even for our government communication officers, extending that help also to other offices, ministries, and agencies, including regional councils, so that government as a whole machinery truly becomes a beacon of transparency, but also information dissemination to the public without needing the public to come to us. We take this seriously, considering that we have now finalized our regulations for the Access to Information Act, which is very important because we want information to be available to the public before they even ask for it. And we believe that through the strategic plan, we're able to achieve this with some of these activities we're doing at the Government Information Center. Secondly, under our Nationhood National Pride campaign, we have really been going around the country with the Symbols campaign. We've also embarked in partnership with the Ministry of Gender on the GBV prevention campaign, which is very important because violence doesn't breed cohesion in a society. And this is why as a ministry, we've also come on board on that campaign. But moreover, we have also partnered with the Ministry of Youth, Sports and National Service because we understand sports as a unifying endeavor and activity. And we're happy to know that, for example, our Olympian Christine Boma's ban has been lifted. That's another activity we need to rally behind as a nation around our sports citizens. Just, I believe, a few hours ago, our brave warriors won their World Cup qualifying game against Sao Tome and Principe. This is all efforts really around sports that we support as a Ministry of ICT through their attire and sponsorship that we have collaborated with the Ministry of Youth, Sports and National Service and the Sports Commission to dress our athletes in attire that would actually show the Namibian pride and fly the Namibian flag high. So I hope all these efforts as a ministry will yield results, and we invite the citizens of Namibia to support government's efforts in these endeavors around the nationhood pride, our publications, our communication strategy, and our digital strategy as a whole, so that we're able to build a nation that is informed, that is able to be an active citizenry, and that is proud of its colors.
Absolutely, well put. Thank you, DM. Now, it looks like we've come to the end of today's session. I would like to urge the public to tune in our broadcast, live broadcast, every day on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays at 10 o'clock. Join us and follow our discussion on our social media platforms and become part of the Government Information Center family at a Ministry of Information and Communications Technology. Until next time, Namibia, thank you for watching. Goodbye.